Thank you for browsing page 121. Today we're going to jump into the Wizard Spell Compendium, Volume 2, and we're going to look at another neat kind of contingency spell. In this case, it's Elminster's Evasion. This is a kind of a neat spell created by the Sage of Shadowdale in the Forgotten Realms, and I do allow its use at my table. I'll go into a little bit of how that came to be later in the video. So Elminster's Evasion is an evocation. Level 9, range is 0, verbal, somatic, and material components required. Casting time is 1 turn, plus the total casting times of companion spells. Duration is instantaneous. Area of effect the caster and saving throw is none. Duration instantaneous is a little deceptive. The spell itself stays on until triggered. So this spell can be on you for years before it's triggered. That's a really useful power of a spell. A customized version of the contingency spell is slanted toward the preservation of the caster. This spell will cause, under certain specific conditions, the caster's mind, body, and spirit to travel to another location. The transfer is automatic and transfers only the body and those items physically attached to it, but leaving behind any attached items weighing more than 50 pounds. So if he slumps over an altar, for instance, the altar won't come with him. The spell brings another body, spirit, together body, spirit, and mind, even if in different locations. When casting the spell, the wizard must detail 6 specific conditions that the evasion will function under. When any of these situations occurs, the caster's form is whisked away to the location. This location can be the same plane or any other known plane of existence or demi-plane the wizard has visited. Also, when casting the spell, the wizard indicates 2 other spells cast immediately after the evasion by the wizard that will be cast once the wizard arrives at the location. So once you've vanished and gone back to your safe hold, you've got 2 more spells that will trigger. The material components of this spell are a pint of the caster's blood and a gem worth at least 5,000 gold pieces. Both are consumed in the casting of the spell. So those are not trivial material components. The wizard also immediately loses 1 to 4 hit points, which remain lost till the evasion spell is triggered, at which point they are immediately recovered. This spell was developed by Elminster of Shadowdale with the intention of taking his form to a dimensional location he calls Safehold for cures and resurrection if needed. As an example, the 6 clauses he uses are: upon his own death, upon loss of his mental faculties, upon loss of his physical faculties, upon destruction of both upper limbs, upon destruction of total body volume, upon the utterance of the word Thale. Supposedly, Safehold contains enough contingencies, spells, and magical items to effect a rescue of the Sage of Shadowdale, should it be necessary. And as a note, it says it is rare or very rare from the Forgotten Realms setting. Now, first to address the Forgotten Realms spells in my D&D Greyhawk campaign. I haven't played in the Forgotten Realms in well over 20 years. And what I decided I would do is any of these special spells from Elminster, the Symbol, or the Sisters, or anything like that, they are alive and kicking in my Greyhawk campaign. They came over through various other wizards, and they've been found in various treasure hoards, dragon hoards, things like that, over the years. Now, I would not allow a spell like Elminster's Evasion to come in until after it had actually been found. So I made this kind of a reward at the end of a really long campaign for our high-level characters, and they got access to Elminster's Evasion. I don't just let the players thumb through a book and say, hey, I want this one. There has to be some rationale why a spell not native to Greyhawk would be there, so I do it that way. But that's just me. This spell actually saved my bacon. My high-level magic user, Stormcrow, actually I rolled a 1 on a Feeble Mind spell, and I failed the spell, so I lost my mental faculties at that point, and it triggered the spell and sent me back. And then the affiliated spells that I had were continual light right in the area that I was, and an alarm spell so that it would go off and anybody that was in the tower would know, hey, there's a problem up there. And then my various minions and a friend cleric and things like that were able to put me back together. That was pretty neat. It actually happened during the middle of a game, and it actually had me sitting out of the game for over an hour real time while the DM judged that my repair would be completed. I was then able to teleport back, and I used a teleport no error to go back, so I didn't have any problems with having not memorized the area they were in. So this spell has saved my bacon at least once. We do use the pint of the blood and the gem worth 5,000 gold pieces that are consumed by the spell. We do require that for the spell. And you lose 1 to 4 hit points, which is thrown right there, and remain lost till the spell is recovered. So I require the MU who has the spell on him to put a note on there, his total hit points, but he's down 1 to 4 depending on the die throw when the spell is cast. And that's how many points he has active, and then the 1 to 4 when the spell triggers comes back upon the trigger of the spell. The triggers for casting for the spell activating are listed here, and I actually just use these. These are really comprehensive. Upon your own death, loss of mental or physical faculties, upper limbs rather, and total body volume. So if you're disintegrated, for instance, your spirit would still go back to the place you have prepared, and hopefully you've got a clone sitting there waiting to reincorporate your body, or somebody with something like a wish that they're willing to cast for you, something along those lines. This is a really good spell to have if you can get access to it, and you take the time to set it up. I have 1 or 2 of our other mega level characters, our legacy characters, in my active campaign who do use this spell. So let me know what you think. Have you used Elminster's Evasion? If you have, let me know what your triggers were. Anything new I'm always interested in. And the companion spells too, that could be interesting. But please leave it in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Tell your friends we're still trying to grow the channel. And take a look at the Patreon, see if you can help me out there. But that's all I've got today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.